tell a story today for your show and tell. I guess Sir Miraz did this once, so now he wants me to do it. The story I'm going to tell you is a true story. Story from when I was a little boy. I was just a little boy when a man by the name of Dr. Holstrom came to Clarion, Iowa. Dr. Holstrom lived right across the street from where Mrs. Walden lives now. And one night, it's Halloween night, and just as sometimes pumpkins get broken on Halloween, other things happen. And we had been bowling all night at the bowling alley, and when we got done, it was about 10 o'clock. And some kids had come in and said what had happened to Dr. Holstrom's house, and we went up by there to see. Well, we couldn't see anything that had been done to it, and the friends that were with me thought that we should play a little game or a little joke on Dr. Holstrom. I told them I didn't think we should, but they convinced me to go ahead and do what they wanted. I wasn't very strong that night, and I didn't do what I knew I should have done. So we stopped, and we picked up a for sale sign out of a lady's house yard. And two of my friends, Randy Ebert and Chris Shellington, took the sign and put it in Dr. Holstrom's yard. I had told them that Dr. Holstrom would probably catch him, but they wouldn't believe me. And I told them that I'd go around the block, and if they were being chased by Dr. Holstrom, I was going to go home. Well, we let him out of the car, and we left. I went around the block, and as I came around the block, there was my good friend Randy Ebert running to the north up towards where the new high school is now, just as fast as he could go, and a man in a bright orange jumpsuit chasing him. And the other young man, Chris Shellington, went the other way. And it wasn't too much later that I realized that the man in the orange jumpsuit was Dr. Holstrom. And Dr. Holstrom wasn't a fast runner and didn't catch Mr. Ebert, but he did get back to the house and call the police. I quickly went home and went to bed. In just a few moments, the police were down at my house and asked me to come down to the station with them. I went down to the station, and there at the police station sat Randy Ebert and Chris Shellington. Both of them had been caught by the police, and they had given them my name, and so then I was in trouble too. Dr. Holstrom questioned those two boys, and they were released. And he questioned me, and I told him I tried to talk him out of it, but he wouldn't believe me. He wanted me to apologize to him. Well, I was still quite young, and not quite as wise as I should have been, and I felt that I didn't have anything to apologize for, so I refused to apologize. Later, I found out that next morning after I went to school that I had to go see Dr. Holstrom again. Dr. Holstrom and I sat in his office and talked about things ranging from school administration to why I wouldn't apologize to him over and over again for 3 hours. Then what happened? I think he finally got tired of me and sent me back to the class. How did I get out of this trouble? Well, sometimes you don't get out of trouble, but a lot of us, we have two good friends, and that's Mom and Dad. And my dad, I wouldn't give in to Dr. Holstrom because I didn't feel that I had anything to apologize to him for, and he called my father in to talk to him. After my dad had talked to Dr. Holstrom for quite some time, they came to an understanding that I really wasn't such a bad boy, and that the other boys had apologized, and we really hadn't done any damage to Dr. Holstrom. It was just by placing the sign where it wasn't supposed to be that caused him some embarrassment. Dr. Holstrom evidently forgave us, and we forgave him. And that's the end of the story, and I hope it doesn't take too long. Thank you for listening. This has been Dwight 2, Joshua Roberts' dad.